I've learned, because like I've only been doing this for a couple of, maybe 5 or 6 years now, from what I've learned from other artists who've been in this so far, they've said just my angle of approaching the whole art scene has been a little weird.
Yo aquí flotando con lienzo para pintar junto al sol.
We had our art in the same gallery, so that's when I don't know, I fell in love.
We were up at the local at my boyfriend's bar, and he has a bunch of Dani's artwork on his walls all the time, and he's sold many paintings. But we're sitting there, you know, drinking a beer, and Fifi Dobson walks in, and we're like, is that Fifi Dobson?
The first time I saw it, I thought that it was her work with paintings, and then I got up to it and I was like, no way. And then I wanted to touch everything.
She walks over to one of Dani's pieces, and it's Blondie, and she just stares at it for about 30 seconds. I mean, didn't take her long. And then she walked back up to Brandon behind the bar, and she's like, how much?
She's just an amazing person all around. She's like genuine and hilarious, and I love her.
And I'm like, how cool is that? Dani's got Fifi Dobson, has it in her like living room somewhere.
She's fun to play with. Sometimes she's weird.
She's so just like, whatever, I want to keep making stuff and it's going to be amazing. And like, I'm like, okay, like you don't get to have a bad day really, like when you're around people like that. And I mean, I've seen plenty of her pieces go off those walls because I mean, she's really good. She's really good. What I do, da da do, da da do. What I do, da da do, da da do. What I do, da da do.
How would I define art? I don't know, that's an argument that's been going on for thousands of years.
I think that as an art maker, the definition is a little bit different than people viewing it. It's more about expressing yourself than maybe getting something from it. Art, so hard to define and it shouldn't be.
Originality, I believe, is probably the most defining aspect or point when it comes to art or fine art.
To me, it is a soulful expression.
Yeah, it's, oh my gosh, it's so exuberant.
So it can be anything from, you know, painting a mug to being on stage or doing a dance. It's what you're feeling inside and how you describe it or how you display it to others.
It's a need. It's a need for me to release a lot of different things that I'm dealing with.
I think a starving artist is just someone who's hungry to get their work out there or to keep working or to keep creating.
Starving artist is pretty much any artist that's on their way to becoming who they're going to be. I don't think there's any way you can just jump into not being a starving artist. I think it's just, it's tough to figure out a way to make money through art. And then once you do, I guess technically you're not. But I think the term starving artist is a little cheesy.
A starving artist is a lot of things. I think there's a lot of different levels to it. One obviously is financial, and that comes from focusing more on what you want to do rather than how people approve of it.
It's more about making sacrifices to be able to continue to make no matter what.
Like my apartment's almost more of a cabin than anything, you know, it's big holes in the wall and simple patches on the ceiling and sheet metal patches on the floor.
I guess one way to describe it is like driving a crappy car and not caring, or like, you know, living and working out of a super tiny apartment, or like not being able to go all the places that like your friends go.
I'm missing my kids when I go on the road. That's one of the toughest things. Never get to drive a new car or a new motorcycle. And a lot of hours, just a lot of, you know, barely getting any sleep, just trying to get as much work done as I can.
I think it's a soulful thing where you're starving because you want to reach this artistic goal, and it's not as easy and as attainable as going to a regular job. It's something a little more nebulous. So you're craving that art.
I believe a starving artist is someone who undervalues themselves a lot. Somebody who may not appreciate just the market out there itself, you know, and may not know how to approach the customer, you know, the market out there, how to sell themselves to people around them, or even find their niche. If you don't find your niche, your connection with your customer first and foremost, I think, then you're not going to have that clientele, so then you will be a starving artist.
Chilling the blazing fingers of a summer day. Yeah, you're a lady, hard to dare. Helter skelter with a stretcher.
You know, I don't like seriousness, especially because I just had this health scare with, the doctor found an arachnoid cyst on my brain. And it freaked me out because I've been having a lot of migraines and everything. So I was just thinking, like, life is too short to take it too seriously. You know, you just gotta just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy whatever comes your way. It's just gotta be so simple. Life has gotta be simple.
I guess as far as my art as a business and selling my art, it's been different because before I started selling it, it was it was just for me. I was doing it for me. And I made myself so many things, but now I'm so busy making other things, which I truly love and enjoy. I don't make myself as much as I used to. I guess that's sort of a sacrifice that I made.
Oh, I guess as a younger artist, I kind of thought that I'd be like a famous painter or a famous sculptor, you know, as an individual. But then when this business opportunity kind of came up, my business partner and I teamed up and we just found a niche market where we can do all of those things and exploit our skills, but isn't necessarily our own art.
It's hard because, like, I understand I can do it, but running a business takes away from the creative aspect of things. Like, I spend a lot more time answering emails, you know, like things like that, than creating.
How to do things, how much things should cost, how long it takes to do things. So it's got, I guess, on the technical aspect. Where we know how to do it, we know that we're going to do it well. It's just all the little details that we didn't really think of.
Something that I've learned as a young artist is to be professional and get things in writing and not necessarily trust everyone you meet. Get contracts.
I think social media is a great outlet. It's touchy because you take a lot of time in your art and then you put it on social media and someone can easily just take it.
I think artists can learn from the graphic design field in general, in that I think to be successful you have to build your brand and know how to market yourself.
You can be your own worst enemy if you keep like doubting everything, or you know, you're afraid to put yourself out there. Like, that in itself is a big step.
You can't work yourself to the bone achieving, you know, goals and things that you want in life, that you got to know the balance and things. Because I would wake up in the morning and kind of shove my family off to the side, take care of them as much as I could, to just take care of them, and then focus on everything else in my career that I wanted to. And, you know, if I was single, that would be great and all, but, you know, I have other things in life that I have to balance out. So for right now, I put that all on hold to focus on my health and my family and spending as much time with them as I can right now. Not to say that I'm, but you never know. You never know when your time is, you could die in a car accident, you know, you never know. But I think the main thing is just to know that it's made me aware that you don't live forever.
When you make things, how do you feel?
Happy and fun and excited.